What is going on, Built by BENDY Team? Thanks for checking out this week's BENDY stretch class. You guys, it is Father's Day. So today's stretch class is going to be dedicated to our dads out there who are working hard, being a part of the family, doing what they can to raise good, happy, healthy kids. Dads, I think, get underappreciated. So today we are going to be dedicating this stretch class to dads, but this is also going to be good because dads typically struggle with a lot of pain in their low back, in our shoulders, in our neck, in our knees, and our feet. Those are kind of the most common areas of tightness, restriction, pain that dads deal with, which makes sense. Picking up kiddos, maybe doing a lot of the heavy lifting around the house. You never know kind of what those responsibilities that dads include. Wes, my sweet husband, who is a dad in our home, he is responsible for killing spiders, for lifting all the heavy things. He's responsible for a lot. So there is just so much appreciation that goes to our dads out there. So I'm really excited to get into the stretch class with you. So find a comfortable space, whether it's on the floor. If you have a cool bench like this, that's awesome. But find a comfortable place and let's get started. Alrighty, team. Okay, we are going to start with kind of working on that low back and knee pain. So a lot of that low back and knee pain can come from tight hamstrings. I know pretty much every one of my dad clients struggles with some tight hamstrings. So we're going to take it one at a time. I want you to tuck this left leg up into you as close as you can. And then we're going to take some big deep breaths as we warm up and open up this hamstring. Go ahead and lean into it. And again, if you're hanging out at your ankle, if you're able to reach your foot, that's great. But don't beat yourself up if we are right here and feeling a pretty good stretch. You can also put a soft bend in your knee if you have any knee pain going on with that one. So go ahead and find what feels comfortable for you. And I kind of want you to wiggle around within the stretch. Maybe lean away from the foot. Maybe try to grab it with your left arm going crossbody. It's just going to create more of a stretch within our back. But you should also be feeling it in your hamstrings, which is right here. But I know tight hamstrings is going to help alleviate some, or reducing tight hamstrings is going to reduce knee pain and that low back pain. Good. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Tuck that right leg up into you. We're reaching for that left. And again, we're kind of going to wiggle through this one a little bit more. Make sure you're taking big, deep breaths as we're sinking into that. And again, hang out wherever feels comfortable. Slight bend can go there. Grab your foot. Go ahead and reach with that opposite hand. This is going to be a really good one to help create a stretch in our low back as well. But again, if we can only hang out at our ankle, at our knee, that's totally fine. I want you to find kind of what feels comfortable for you in that sense. Big deep breaths. If you feel like you're gritting up anywhere, let it go. If you need to like relieve some pressure off of this leg, that's totally fine. Come out of that. We're going to shake out those knees a little bit, and then we're going to do a double forward fold. Again, just kind of tying it all together as we warmed up those hamstrings. If you need to put a slight bend in your knees, that's okay. We don't want a ton of pain or any pressure back here. We're just going to do a good forward fold. Maybe you feel it here in your back. I also want you to tuck your chin to your chest as you do this forward fold, and it's going to help create a little bit more of a stretch along the spine. But if you can't hang out at your feet, that's okay. Hang out at your ankles, your shins, your knees. I just want you to work on falling forward. Take a couple more big breaths there for me. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and roll up. We're going to get into what's called the Hollywood stretch. This is going to be another one that kind of targets hips and low back a little bit. And it's really nice just because it is kind of that 2-for-1. So go ahead and cross your right foot over your left knee. You're going to take your left elbow, plant it here on the outside of the knee, and you're going to create a twist throughout your back. And make sure you're taking big, deep breaths so that we can try to get a little further into it. But stay nice and balanced with this one. And don't mind my voice. Allergies are kicking my butt. So you're going to hear this. I feel like I sound like the nanny. Fran? That was her name? I don't know. Anyways, back to the Hollywood stretch. Take about 2 more breaths for me and try to create a deeper twist as you go into this one. Look back behind you. Beautiful. Okay. Slowly untwist, kick that leg out. We're going to cross left leg over our knee, taking that right elbow to plant it to give us like a good pivotal movement here. And twist to our left. I want you to try to look back behind your left shoulder. Anywhere you feel like you're clenching, try to let it go. This is one that can kind of want to fight back against you as you are creating more of a twist. So keep checking in with yourself that you're able to release the tension there. Hold here for about 5 more seconds. One more breath. Beautiful. Let it out. Come to center. We're going to shake that out a little bit. Then I want you to come to a seated position. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can find a chair. We're going to get more into like our shoulders and our neck area in this one. So we're going to start with a classic cross body. I don't want to like pinch the microphone. Perfect. It's still working. Anyways, we're going to take that right arm across our body. Go ahead and leverage it in right around the elbow to pull that into you, and you're going to feel a good stretch throughout your delt. This is, like, again, a really good one. We do a lot of lifting. If you're picking up kiddos, our shoulders can definitely take a beating. And then kind of depending on what you do for work, our shoulders are a very malleable joint, and we need to be able to move them in lots of funky ways. But they typically don't get the movement that they need. So it's really good to make sure that we're stretching them in different ways. Go ahead and pull that a little tighter before we send it out, shake it out. Okay, same thing, cross that left arm over our body. Go ahead and pull that right, leverage it in with your right arm to create a stretch throughout this portion of your shoulder. Big deep breaths. And again, try to just pull your right arm into you. Try to hug that arm a little bit more with your breathing. So if you feel any pain, kind of play around with the angle. But again, if you're holding good posture, relaxing those muscles here within the shoulder, it's going to be doing you a lot of good. But yeah, like I was saying with shoulders, like if we're working a desk job, can definitely kind of take a beating, having to be like hunched over throughout the day, shoulders forward towards computer. If you're driving a lot throughout your day, if you're doing any type of manual labor, that can definitely take a havoc on you. If you're a stay-at-home dad, that can definitely wreak havoc on your body when your kid keeps saying one more time to being thrown in the air. It definitely gets you a good shoulder workout, but we got to make sure we're stretching out those shoulders for proper health so that you can keep moving well throughout your life. But now we're going to take this right hand, you're going to place it on your low back, holding good posture. I don't want us to suck that shoulder forward. I just want us to drive this elbow to the front wall. Taking big, deep breaths. So this is going to target a little bit different area on the shoulder. We have our rotator cuff makes up 4 different muscles. We have tons of stuff going on within here. So just slightly changing the angle is going to make a world of a difference on those shoulders. So again, we want to try to not round through our shoulders as much, holding good posture and sending this elbow forward. And this is one that you don't have to be super cranked into it. A very subtle movement is going to give you a very deep stretch if you're doing this one right. Good. Go ahead and shake it out, work that arm overhead, switch directions. Before we take this left hand, place the back of your hand on your low back, holding good posture. We don't want to round too much. We're just going to drive this elbow forward. So, good. And it might feel a little different on both sides, especially if you're right hand dominant, left hand dominant, your sports background, kind of whatever that might have looked like for you in the past, any past injury history. You might feel this one in a little bit different area. The goal is to get perfectly symmetrical, right? But there's a lot of things in our day-to-day life that don't allow for that. I know for the most part, I'm carrying Ashton on my left side. That's just what feels more natural. And then throughout my day, like I'm just not thinking about it too. He typically gets picked up on this side of my body. So I know I definitely have a little bit more tightness going on in my left shoulder than my right, even though I am right-handed. Good. And as we're kind of finishing up this stretch, I want you to kind of rotate your neck around. We're going to do those same circles. Give me 3 or 4 forward and then 3 or 4 backwards. So try to create a big shoulder with that, or a big circle with that elbow, excuse me. Good. And just trying to move that joint. We want to make sure it's moving fluidly. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do some neck stretches. So we're going to again hold good posture, and we're just going to pull. We're going to take our right hand and pull on the left side of our head to make our right ear touch our right shoulder, or as close as we can. We don't want to crank up to a super high intensity with this stretch. There's really no reason to do that much intensity on the shoulders or on the neck. So just a nice stretch. If we're looking at a tension scale here, I'm fine with our neck being about a 2 or a 3. Nothing crazy. We're not giraffes out here, so we don't need to be having any extendo necks by any means. But good posture. As we're sitting up nice and tall, kind of draw that shoulder away from your head. Feel that one almost going up by my ear. It's kind of crazy where this stretch can kind of change day to day to where you're feeling it. But the more you're checking in with your body, the longer your muscles are going to get, the closer to the appropriate lengths they're going to get. Your body's going to be working more effectively. If you have like tight traps, tight neck, you could be experiencing headaches. And we all know how that would feel if you're a dad constantly experiencing headaches. So we're going to make sure we're taking care of that. Left ear to left shoulder using that left hand. Pull that ear down to the shoulder, holding good posture, trying to draw the shoulder away from it. Big deep breaths. Again, it doesn't have to be anything super intense, super insane. We're staying in a good, delicate stretch throughout here. Just a couple more seconds here. So we're kind of winding down this stretch class. And again, I hope you're enjoying your Father's Day, getting to spend some time with the fam, getting to spend some time doing something that you love, whether it's getting outside. It's been beautiful out recently. So enjoying your Father's Day, or getting to sell it. Like maybe you're still doing this class. I mean, here I am. I'm not a father by any means, but still doing this class. It's a good time to make sure that you're taking care of your back, your shoulders, your knees, your neck, all of those things. And still getting to celebrate Father's Day. So it's getting some good movement in. So we are going to finish out with stretching out our feet. This is one that is super neglected. So I want us to come to a kneeling position. You're going to make sure that your toes are tucked underneath you. And then you're going to send your weight back onto your feet. You guys, this is one that is super neglected. But if you struggle with plantar fasciitis, if you have any foot pain, this is a really good one to make sure that we are elongating the muscles within the soles of our feet. Just for proper foot health, so we can decrease that foot pain. If you need to kind of take off some of the intensity, you can put some weight into your hands, into your fists, and then slowly over time we can work on getting us closer to a more upright position. This is one that I really struggled with for a really long time. It was really painful on my knees, but this is also going to help double up stretching the quad as well. You can kind of lean around, do some circles with your torso to kind of just change the way you're distributing your weight. Beautiful. Almost there. Give me about 3 circles to the right, 3 circles to the left. Good. Hold there in the center. Beautiful. We're just going to tuck those toes under. Sit back on your ankles for a quick second to balance out. You might feel some heat, some tingling. We're increasing blood flow to the area, so it might feel a little funky if you've never done that stretch before. But that is a great one to make sure that you are regularly balancing in for proper foot health. But that is what I have for you guys today. Happy Father's Day. I hope you are having one, if you were a father. I hope you are having a great time with your family and just getting to celebrate in the fact that you play a big role in your home, in your family. If you're doing this and you're not a dad, I hope you go take time to celebrate those good fathers that you have in your life, that you're raising kiddos with, that raised you, that are in-laws, whatever it may look like. Go tell a good dad that he's doing a good job, that he's a great father, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better after getting a little bendy with Bai today. I am so dang grateful for you guys. Lots of good things to come. So there's anything that I can do for you, please reach out. I am here as a resource to help you with all things health and fitness, whether it's nutrition, workouts, mobility, flexibility, anything like that. I want to see you be successful. I care about you. You can do this, and I'm here for you every step of the way. But let's go make an impact in the world this week. I will see you on next week's stretch class. Have the very best day. Happy Father's Day.